Welcome back everyone to another little channel update. I'm going to try and keep this one brief. I've got my notes. Last time we kind of rambled on a little bit. Everything was looking very bleak last time. Things were looking pretty uncertain, I guess would be the word, for how things were going to go from there onwards. I've just taken my break off during November and I was pretty upset about how I was going to handle my channel. I wasn't really feeling confident in making videos or anything anymore just because I was so stressed out and because just didn't have the time. And that's been the case basically the whole year, just haven't had time to do anything. So this year I'm determined to do things differently. On the basis of last channel update, I will not be leaving existence, I will not be leaving game mode 4 or anything like that. You may have noticed there hasn't been any snapshot survival with the 1.13 snapshots. At this stage, there probably will never be snapshot survival again. As sad as it is, I love doing that series so much, but I just do not have time for it anymore. It was really hard for me to do. I basically would come home. So snapshots for me would be, they would come out about really early Thursday morning for me when I was asleep. I'd go to work Thursday and then come home, and on that Thursday night, I would basically spend hours, if not longer, like hours and hours and hours, depending on the snapshot, or what I was doing in the episode on a single video, and I'd rush it all and get it done before I basically went to bed on Thursday night, and that was just too much to do, and I can't keep doing that because it's just so time consuming and I just don't have time for it anymore. So unfortunately, it's the end of Snapshot Survival, as sad as it may be. But on a lighter note, I am not leaving existence, I'm not leaving game mode for any of that. Those series will continue, but there will be no schedule. There will be, obviously, I'm going to aim for, still to get videos out regularly, and they might come, as every 2 weeks, like as they previously were. Game Mode 4, I went kind of 3 episodes, boom, 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 and there hasn't been anything for like 2 months. I'm currently playing Game Mode 4 at the moment. I'm trying to get that episode 4 out, but that might not be for a little while at this stage, and I'm prioritizing that above existence at the moment, just because it's been like 2 months since that episode, and my last existence episode was back around Christmas time, so just prioritizing a little bit differently, see how it goes. What else have we got here? All sorts of different things. This past week, so Happy New Year for the start of it, this past week I've been basically just really busy with all sorts of things, both at work and in real life. I did this cool little thing for a friend of mine, help them out, and I did show lighting. I was the technician, I guess you could say, or the controller for the show lights during their show. Something I've never done before. You may have seen, or you more than likely have seen, I put them like just about everywhere, pictures of my workspace, and it's basically a big board with all sorts of different switches and levers and everything on it, and it was just heaps of fun. Something new that I'd never done before, and that went really quite well. Really enjoyed it. Also, we finished Portal Stories Mel. If you haven't seen the finale of that series, definitely go check it out. It was just an awesome game and an even better finale. Like, just awesome how much effort and focus went into that game, or mod, or whatever you want to call it. It literally feels like a completely separate Portal game. I know it's like a modified version of Portal 2, but it's just such a beautiful game, and I really enjoyed it. It took a whole year to finish, on and off. I just can't believe it's over, considering how long I was playing it for. It was just such an awesome time, so definitely make sure you go check out that finale. If not the last, I think about 20 minutes or so, is kind of the real ending. But, I mean, otherwise, just go watch the whole series, because that game was awesome. I edited up the episodes, whereas with the first Portal 2 series we did, it was just completely unedited. I did edit the Portal Stories Mel series, so it's a bit more flowing. I think all up there's about 4.5 hours of episode or video to watch, whereas the actual game itself took me 9 hours all up. So it really is an awesome game, and I'm really happy with how the finale went really quite well. We're up to next week. This time next week, I'll be gone. I will be away. So I believe this coming weekend on about the 14th, I believe I'm going to Taupo, which I've been to many times. Be spending a couple days there, and then I will be flying from Taupo up to Auckland, and then I'll be staying in Auckland for about 2 nights, I think, and then flying back home from there. really excited for this. This is going to be a big trip. I've never done a big trip like this by myself or in general and ever. So it's going to be awesome because I hardly ever go on planes. We basically just drive everywhere. Last time I went on a plane would have been about the start of 2015, so like 3 years ago. Yikes, has it been that long? Goodness me, it has. So it's going to be exciting. I'm going to be doing that, and I'm hoping, or actually I'm planning to make it a big kind of proper video, kind of like I did with Make the Most of Now when I went to Taupo about April last year, I think it was, for the family reunion I went to. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. It's going to be awesome. Keep an eye out for that on the second channel. What else have we got here? I've been utilizing my Discord a lot lately. You may have noticed that if you're in there. Basically, I've been really making use of the Desk Plants Anonymous, which is an anonymous group. Not really anonymous, but a group where I post pictures of my new plants and you can post pictures of yours because I love plants. I do actually. This is my most recent addition to my collection. It is absolutely beautiful. I love this plant and I love this pot. As soon as I saw both of them, I had to buy them. And so I did, and they are just fantastic looking. I love it. So yes, be sure you go over and check those out if you love plants and you've got plants yourself. I'd love to see what they look like. Another thing we've been doing is emoji of the day. I don't know why I started this. I've been running it ever since like the start of the year, basically. Just picking a random emoji. I did a poll the other day on Twitter, and it's another thing I've started doing more polls on Twitter because they're fun. And I did emoji of the day, and basically there were 3 options. 2 of them tied. I don't know how that happened, and it was almost like third equal. It was just... I don't understand, you guys. You're so weird. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a plant, high heel shoes, and a squid. You guys love the polls? I love the polls. I love the answers of the polls. You guys just make me laugh so much. So yes, make sure you follow me on Twitter if you want random polls and more updates in life and all that, and make sure you join my Discord for emojis of the day. That's about all I do. That's all about I use for it. Another thing, my server at the moment, I've got a little gigabyte server I mentioned in previous updates, is currently loaded with a World Border PvP map. Don't think anyone's really played on it yet. It's just sits there idle. Only reason I really have that server is in case I need to use it for playing with someone or recording, collaborating with someone. But it just sits there idle. At the moment it's loaded up with World Border PvP, and I'm probably going to keep it like that for a long while because survival worlds are... You can make many survival worlds, and I'd rather, keep it something a little bit more engaging like World Border PvP. So yeah, I'm hoping I'm doing some more like live streams or just playing on there in general. So definitely, best place to do is join my Discord. There is a specific server chat in there. If anyone wants to play World Border PvP with me or other people, by all means. Speaking of Taupo, while we were talking about that just before, I've recently found out that all the drone rules for Taupo are a lot different to what I first imagined. So the videos that I've made in Taupo with my drone, legally I probably shouldn't be flying there, but I did anyway. But it turns out now that the entire lake is classified as an aerodrome, which means you cannot fly in or within 4 kilometers of it. Which is going to be interesting. It means I just can't fly anywhere near Taupo because that's the rules. I mean, I probably shouldn't be flying where I was anyway, but I can't fly anywhere, which I think is completely absurd. I don't understand how they, it's... Lake Taupo is massive, it's huge. And they've just restricted it from everything, which I understand for some of the more central, CBD areas, or kind of where my family batch is, but it's just ridiculous. So I'm not sure if there'll be any drone vlogs in Taupo, or drone videos I should say, anytime soon, unless I can figure out how to get proper clearance. And I think that's just about everything. Existence is going through a bit of a quiet patch at the moment. We're probably going to look at... Don't take this as an official word, but we might be doing a bit more of a public member search. But like I said, that's not an official announcement. Podcasts are going good. Did a podcast last month with Sky and Liam. Had a lot of fun chatting with them away. If you want to listen to me ramble for an hour, that's the best place to do it. Go to the Existence Podcast. And we're hoping having some extra content on there soon too, with other gameplay videos and possibly some other content, not too sure at the moment. Game Mode 4 is going well. Not too sure what's going to be happening on the YouTube channel at the moment. I don't really want to say too much, as I'm not entirely sure, but I'm not entirely sure what I can say either. But I think that's just about everything on my list, and it didn't really save much because we've still been going for 10 minutes. So I guess I'm just a natural rambler. Nonetheless, I'm looking forward to this year in terms of YouTube. Not necessarily in terms of some other things, but in terms of YouTube, I think it'll be alright. I think I can make it work, because I want to go back to the days where, and this kind of stands for existence too, because basically what's happening to me can strongly impact existence, which in some ways is a good thing, in some ways is an absolutely terrible thing, as we've seen recently. But I'm really hoping things are going to look up. I'm hoping to just go back to the days where I did YouTube for fun, as a hobby, as something to pass the time, instead of something that I'm forcing myself to do at a regular basis, which completely just sucks any motivation or enjoyment from it. So hopefully this way things will be very, very quiet. I'll imagine there will be probably massive gaps between some videos. Some videos, like recently, you'll just get like straight existence content for like 2 weeks, and then maybe Game Mode 4, and then something completely irrelevant after that. Something like Portal. My next game after Portal Stories Mail will be Portal, the Portal. So looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome. But I just want to get things back on track for me. A lot's going to be happening with me in my personal life this year, and relations with people. I'm not too sure how open I will be about that. I mean, I have been a little bit open recently, but I think I might be able to be a bit more contained, and I think I might like to keep it that way for now. But nonetheless, I really appreciate all you guys' support. I've been watching some old videos back, and I can't believe the wild ride we've been on. Sometimes I forget everything that's happened, and it's just been life-changing. And I think sometimes I have to just say that out loud and thank you guys for making all of this possible, because sure, I mean, I have always said, I make videos for fun, I make videos to share my experience, but I think we're on about 670 or so subscribers now, coming up close on 700, which is just mind-blowing. But I really do appreciate not the numbers, but the people behind those numbers. So thank you guys ever so much. It's going to be a fun month. It's going to be all over the place, but I'm looking forward to it. And I'm hoping I'm making these channel updates a regular thing every month or so we'll see how that goes. But that's all on my bit of paper. See you guys later.